I think my first day of filming ever was on my birthday of the year 2009. And I was surrounded by actors that I'd admired and adored my entire life. And Hayley Atwell was playing my sister. And I remember her holding my hand saying, it's going to be okay. I was like, okay.
That was in The Pillars of Earth, wasn't it?
The Pillars of the Earth,
Which,
yeah.
It was on Channel 4 in the UK.
That's right. That was over 10 years ago now, which is mad.
So what was that like the first time on set? Was that the first time you'd been on a set?
Yeah, yeah. I never grew up thinking that TV and film. Again, the conversation I had with my dad was that I'm going to be an actor. Mm. He thought that meant musical theatre. I thought it meant musical theatre. I didn't know that TV and film was an option. I didn't know that people could do that for a living. I didn't know that was a job. And I think when I first started auditioning, and they were like, "Oh, there's for a film," I'm like, "Oh, so like." I mean, like a proper, like in a cinema film, you know, I didn't really understand what that meant. I had got a little bit experience of like how filmmaking works through drama school, but didn't really understand it properly. And I'll never forget reading like what's known as the sides. So that the scenes that you're shooting on a particular day on a film set, you get the sides that morning. And I remember reading the sides and learning the sides like it was a script or a play, you know, and anyone that's been in the theatre will tell you that what is written on the page is like gospel. You know, it's the Bible. You live by it, you breathe it, you say those words, and you understand who your character is based on the words that you say. And I'll never forget kind of walking on the set for the first time going, these are the words, so this is who my character is, this is where I've come from, this is where I'm going, this is my action, this is... And then them going, oh no, we're going to cut that line, we're going to cut this line, we're going to cut this line. And then me realising that the room that was written on the page wasn't the same as it looks. You know, I was like, well, where's the pornography that says... Because my character had to come in and there was a priest that had like a wall of pornography. And I was like, where's the pornography that I push him against the wall at this moment? They're like, no, he's going to be on the other side of the room. Hayley is going to come in and she's going to do that. I was like... Okay, but it says that I then threaten him with a sword. They're like, no, we're going to cut that. I was like, what?
What's my purpose?
I was completely lost. I was so confused, so baffled, bewildered. But again, this is when Hayley was like, it's going to be okay. Just take direction. People will tell you where to stand and what to say. And that's basically what I do for a living. So, yeah.
And you moved quite quickly from not only TV, but you... starred in some big blockbuster films. And I wonder, what was that like from, in terms of the kind of the British scene or British TV and theatre, and then going into, slightly more Hollywood films, and if there feels like there's a difference?
There was definitely a huge step up, yeah. But I'll never forget my like first audition for Pirates of the Caribbean. And I remember calling my mum afterwards and sort of saying, I just auditioned for one of those Pirates movies. She's like, how did it go? I was like, well, I'm never going to get it. So like, I just didn't ever think that it was possible. And so even when I kind of got out to Hawaii where we were shooting, which, in and of itself is insane. I'll never forget being sat during the script read through, and Johnny Depp was to my right and Penelope Cruz was on my left, and me just going like, what is happening? Like, well, this is, it was a pinch me moment every 5 seconds. Yeah. I was shooting on a pirate ship in the middle of the Pacific Ocean off the island of Hawaii. It was just it was crazy.
What a time to be alive.
But I got opportunities to sit down with the writers, and had I been more creatively confident, they sat me with the writers and they were like, how do you feel about the script? How do you feel about your character? Is there anything you'd like to change or add? I was like, no, I'm just happy to be here. Well, I'll do anything you ask. Like, I'll say whatever you said. I was just so a deer in headlights.
Yeah.
And I look back at those experiences now going, I wish I had the confidence within myself to sort of say, no, do you know what? I would like to just tweak this, or I think this would make it a little bit more creatively fulfilling for me. But I was in my element, fresh out of drama school and working with heroes of mine. I mean, it's a dream come true, really.
Yeah.